New York medical examiner has confirmed Kate Spade's cause of death. It was released today, 2 days after Spade was found dead in her New York City apartment. Her husband and business partner says she suffered from depression and anxiety for years. Spade's death is shedding light on America's growing suicide problem. And as Phil Buck points out, her death has also forced some news organizations to take a hard look in the mirror.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, suicide rates here in the U.S. have gone up 25% in the last 20 years. And there's a pretty good indication that we, the media, we're not helping. Studies have consistently shown that media reporting on suicide can lead to imitative suicidal behavior. It's what's known as suicide contagion. After Robin Williams killed himself in 2014, suicides went up 10% higher than expected in the following months. Suicides involving the same method he used to kill himself went up 32% in that time. And it's not just the news media. Google searches about suicide went up by about 20% in the weeks following the premiere of the popular Netflix show 13 Reasons Why. But when it comes to us, journalists, working to report the news, we have an obligation to cover suicide responsibly. It's such a problem that the World Health Organization published a suicide resource guide for media professionals, which tells us in the opening pages to avoid language that sensationalizes or normalizes suicide, to avoid describing the method used in a suicide or detailed information about the site or the contents of a suicide note. We need to word our headlines carefully, and we need to be cautious about what video or pictures we use. Now, I went back and looked at all of our coverage on Tuesday, on TV, on our website, and on our social media, and I have to say this team did a very good job of following those guidelines. And one more thing from that guidebook, we need to provide information about where to seek help because suicide can be prevented. And most of the people with suicidal thoughts don't actually kill themselves, and there is help available. So if you or anyone you know may be struggling, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. There are people available 24/7 to talk or to chat online.